How's it going, guys? Chris here with ACN, back at Six Flags Magic Mountain for another update on Wonder Woman Flight of Courage. And what a difference a week can make. They've gotten up a lot more supports. Right now they're working on one of the lift hill supports, which is getting really close to the top, actually. And when they finish that, that's going to be the rest of the supports. And then they just got to put some track on here. At this rate, they might actually get this coaster finished by the end of the month. And then of course they still have all the hardscaping and landscaping to do, along with some other stuff. Anyway, let's go check that out. Looking at the lift hill structure from over here, I can see that they're actually almost complete with the section that's going to be right under the crest of the lift hill. So they just have to complete the horizontal piece that goes here, and then there's going to be like a V section on top of that. I'll go ahead and cut to a side-by-side here with the concept art, and you can really see how far along they are. They don't have too much to go with the supports until they get to doing some track work here. Looking at more progress since last week, they've installed another piece of track there for the zero-G stall, as well as another piece that's just right underneath it there.
And something that I forgot to include last week is a piece of lift hill track that comes right out of the station. You can also see the back side of the station facade. It's also been painted since last week. It was kind of rusty before, being the old Green Lantern station and all. So yeah, looks really nice now.
And over on this side of things, they've done more work on the facade that's next to what will be Teen Titans Turbo Spin, the former Wonder Woman flat ride. And then they got more work going over at the station here, and I'll go get another angle of that. Now looking at the Wonder Woman station, they've installed the cornice pieces along the top of the station there. They also have the track in place for the brake run along with the catwalk. And then looking over in this direction, as I showed before, is the lift hill supports and the supports for the zero-G stall and the roll there. So they have almost everything done as far as supports go, and then just got to put up that track. And now looking at the DC Universe area from straight on, right there between Batman and the supports there for Wonder Woman, there's steel framework up for what I believe is going to be the gift shop. It looks really, really nice, and it fits with the look of the existing flat ride there. That'll be the Teen Titans. One thing the park hasn't talked about that I've been wondering is if they're going to do any replacements to the restrooms that were just to the left of the entrance there. The building was completely torn down when they started construction here. So I don't know, there's the gift shop. Maybe they're going to put restrooms in there. Because right now, from this point, the only restrooms we have are if you walk that way towards Twisted Colossus, or all the way over by Riddler, or a little ways back beyond Goliath over there. It was really nice to have one that was just right here, really close to the hub here. And so hopefully if they do build restrooms, they do build it kind of where the old one was. But based off the concept art, doesn't look like there's going to be a building there. So yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Are the restrooms that they have already sufficient, or should they just, do they need new ones over here? A few weeks ago when I showed this area, it had a lot of supports on the ground waiting to go up, and now it's pretty much clear supports. Other than this one they have right here. They're just adjusting or something. I think it might go up when they get back from lunch. And then over to the right, it's kind of hard to see here through the bushes, but there's some smaller supports over there. I'm very sorry to report the McDonald's cup is now gone. RIP. And we got a guy over here who's setting the support there. They're making adjustments. They keep those supports a little bit loose while they're getting the track in place. And then they'll go back and they will adjust everything and get it tight before they fill in that gap at the bottom with concrete. Compared to previous weeks, they really have the site just crawling with guys. As one guy is over here at the base of the support working on that, which I just showed. Then there's 2 guys up here who are tightening up more supports, it looks like there. And yeah, there's guys all over the place working. Feels like I said earlier, that they'll probably get this done by the end of the month at the pace that they are going. Over here we have a worker who is putting little lines on the nuts and bolts there that show where it's set. So if it was to loosen up, they can tell. I believe that means that those are already where they're supposed to be as far as tightness goes. There's a guy that's over here who is using a huge wrench and getting those things nice and tight. And the crane over here just was moving a moment ago, and I'm trying to figure out if they're gonna get another support up. I know there's that support right there, that diagonal that needs to go up. I think that's what I was looking at earlier, that they were moving around on the ground. So we'll see what they do. In the distance there, they have 3 pieces of straight track. I believe that's going to be for the lift hill. Also, you can see that turnaround from the final brakes that's going to go into the station. Okay, so what they're lifting up is the spiral staircase that's going to go off of the mid-course brake run. Over here, they are lifting up the support that we were looking at a bit earlier that was laying on the ground. They had adjusted earlier in the day. And let's see where it goes. My guess here is that it's going to go right there. Looks like I was right. All right, so they have the bottom piece here attached. What's interesting is how big the gap is up here. Let's see how they pull that together. Well, with not very much effort, they've pulled that mostly together. It's kind of crazy. All right. So in order to get that pulled together, they're wrapping a strap and chain around there, and they're gonna winch it together just like in my previous videos where they were doing that for the track. But yeah, they just put that strap around there, and yeah. And just like that, it's getting winched together. And now the gap is completely closed and they just have to bolt it together. And now they are hammering the bolts into the holes. The support is tacked in place. They don't have all the bolts in yet, but it's enough to remove the strap there, and then they can bring the crane over to another support. They maybe, I don't know, maybe they're gonna put in the one that goes across horizontally there. To finish things off, I'm on the very windy backside of Magic Mountain to take a look at how Wonder Woman fits in with the rest of the skyline. There it is, a little bit dwarfed by a giant Superman behind it and Riddler in front of it, but it's looking really, really good. I can't wait for it to get topped off, and that's where I'm going to leave you. If this is kind of content that you like, well, please give this video a like, and also consider giving our channel a sub. We're a growing channel, and we can use all the love and support that we can get. Have a good one. Bye.